We begin with an update in the case of a former Oklahoma judge charged for allegedly carrying out a drive-by shooting on his brother-in-law's house.
On top of that, former Judge Brian Lovell was also accused in a road rage shooting in Texas and faced claims he had an intimate affair with one of his courtroom bailiffs in Garfield County. Despite that history, Lovell's lawyer claims Attorney General Gentner Drummond agreed to effectively let him off on some of his charges.
But News 4's Spencer Humphrey is here with why the AG says that isn't true. Spencer.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tangled legal mess here, but in a nutshell, Lovell's lawyer claims Drummond initially agreed to hold off on prosecuting Lovell for those drive-by shooting charges, but later went back on his agreement, the lawyer thinks, because Drummond's worried the decision could damage him politically. Well, we talked to Drummond, who says that could not be farther from the truth. It was last September when Garfield County Judge Brian Lovell announced he was resigning. Citing only health concerns, he said he'd been diagnosed with thyroid cancer and dementia. Of course, we told you that resignation came exactly 1 year to the day after one of his former bailiffs claims they had sex inside the Garfield County courthouse. Then the next day, he allegedly drove to Austin, Texas, where police say he shot at 5 different cars during a fit of road rage. But really, Lovell's troubles go back even further to February 2023, when prosecutors with the Oklahoma Attorney General's office say Lovell shot at his brother-in-law's house in the small town of Bison, an apparent drive-by shooting. The state's multi-county grand jury indicted and charged him over it in May 2024. But last month, Lovell's lawyer, Stephen Jones, filed a document in that case, claiming he and Attorney General Gentner Drummond came to a deferred prosecution agreement, which would effectively allow Lovell to skip going to trial. Jones claimed he called Drummond personally back in April, and the two agreed the case should be resolved by a deferred prosecution agreement. Also saying Drummond reaffirmed the deal was still on during another call last month. But then Jones claimed Drummond's office wouldn't send him a formal copy of that agreement.
He's saying we had an agreement with the state attorney general directly, not once, but in 2 personal conversations. Apparently, the Attorney General's office, though, is differing with that. Now, he's asking the court to unseal his earlier brief and then make a determination whether there actually was a plea agreement or a deferred sentencing agreement.
In a court filing, Jones suggested Drummond is trying to back out of the apparent deal because he must be worried about the political implications that could come with acknowledging he let someone like Lovell out of having to go to trial. We went to Drummond, who says that's just not true.
I hold Mr. Jones in highest regard. We did have a discussion on what path could we go forward. We did not reach an agreement.
Telling us unequivocally there isn't and never was an agreement.
The status of the case right now is he's providing my office with the neurological and psychological reports of the attending physicians that will either bring light to the fact that the judge has a mental disability or not.
Saying this isn't some delay tactic to protect his political reputation, but very simply, there's no agreement because his office doesn't even have the medical reports yet to figure out if Lovell even could stand trial at all.
Then we will make an informed decision on whether we go forward or whether we find a path to resolve this dispute.
And with everything Drummond told us in mind, we called Lovell's attorney, Stephen Jones, hoping to ask him if he still stands by the things he claimed about Drummond in that filing. He told us for now, though, he'd rather not comment.
Now, first weather from the Forewarned Storm Team.
Well, today is the day we turn the corner across a good part of our state. The summertime weather has finally arrived. Here's our view at sunset tonight with thick humidity and very warm temperatures.